So depending on your internet connection, it takes a while, and it will do the installation. That is why I needed the internet for this presentation. And a plus point here is that I'm actually using localhost. But if you're doing it on your own dedicated server, it is similar as well. I recommend you use AWS Lightsail. It is pretty amazing. So I did not fully rehearse this particular demo. So if anything goes wrong like just now, it will. And this is pretty nasty. Why is it asking for root? I've already told it to not ask for root. So if it doesn't work, I'll just move on to an example that is already working, which is my very own website. Which I shall prepare here, which I can't delete. Okay. Oh, great. I wonder what happened back there. Okay, so it tells you to do this. But I'm not going to do this, but you have to do this. So now I can technically access the administration area, which hopefully will work. So this is the administration area, and I think the login was admin. Yay! So this is how OctoberCMS looks like. And if you want to see the website, it actually looks like that. So right now, this is actually the default installation. And it auto plays the video, which is very bad. Okay. So it gives you some installation things here, and you can see which things are working, which things are not working. You can actually install plugins. And if you want to edit any part of the website, let's say I want to get rid of a stupid video, all I have to do is just open the CMS tab, right? And just open where it says URL / because that's the index file. And just delete the silly video, Ctrl S to press save. And the video is gone. So this is how easy it is to use OctoberCMS, actually. So you can actually do a complete static website using this. Or if you want some data, I would recommend that you install something called small records, which is actually very useful to store certain pieces of data. So when you install a plugin, you can actually just search for it like that, and it instantly installs, hopefully, if it works. And this is exactly how it will look like if you use a dedicated server as well. So I'm using the Linux environment in the Windows. So for example, I can show you small records that I did on my website. Uses OctoberCMS as well. Like I can have a database of donations, which equals to donations. So it just shows an amount of donation there. You can even access an API. So my blog, actually what I did, I actually just used the WordPress API and just grab the bunch of posts from there, like this one. So this is from the WordPress API on the backend. So code is where you put all your PHP code, and markup is where you put all your markup. Another plugin I would recommend you to install is drivers. So drivers will actually enable certain things like Gazoo HTTP, AWS, so you can actually connect to that. Gazoo HTTP is actually very useful. If you want to know more about it, you can probably talk about it after this. So for instance, the blog has a call to the WordPress API, and then you just grab some posts, and then it shoves it back into the page using page variables like this. So inside here, where it's just showing like this, it's just iterating through for each loop right here, and you can extract various details from the API. A point to note here, var dump, if you are familiar with PHP programming, var dump is your friend, so always do that, or print R. So yeah, OctoberCMS is pretty good actually. And also, if you want to change the layout, the layout that's appointed, you can actually make different layouts. So this is a default layout that if you install a certain theme, then you can have a default layout. So like for instance, there's no title here. So if I want a title, I can always put a title. And when you reload, then there's a website title. It says right there. So yeah, that's basically what OctoberCMS is about. So if you got any questions or queries.
How do you create subpage?
Pardon?
How do you create subpage?
Create subpages. Yeah, subpages is pretty easy. I forgot to show you that. So you notice that this is a subpage, right? /author. Alright. So if I go here /author. There, /author. So to make a So to make a subpage, you just have to add a new page, and you say this page something, and automatically will type out the permalink for you, and then you select your default layout or any layout that you want, and then maybe you write your HTML code, and then you just save it, and when you go to the site, you can just browse. There's something. So if you want to adjust the menu, you can also do so manually through partials. They put it in a partial, but I would suggest that you use a plugin called Pages. Yeah, like this. So we just name it as something. You see it's a bit harder here, but if we use the plugin called Pages, then it's actually easier. And you get it in the menu here. When you press it, it goes there. So that's how to create subpages basically. The plugin that I have from my site is called Pages. It comes from the OctoberCMS authors. You go to menus. This is how I did my own menu, rather than going inside here and changing the code and all that. You actually just do a for each on this, which is somewhere over, maybe over here, layout something, yeah. which is over here, this part, and it just iterates through each menu item and it will just show it there. So that's how to create the subpage and then the according menu link. So once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. It is actually more like allowing the user to express his or her creativity and being very out of the way for most users. So yeah, since we have some time left, I think I can show you an OctoberCMS website which I kind of have a major hand in. Which is this marvelous website, a private radio station. Changing it to OctoberCMS was pretty tricky, but pretty good. So this up here uses the menu plugin that I showed just now on my website. This one is just code that's copied over. This one is from the small records. Yeah, things like that you can actually do. And it hooks onto cloud search, so like you can search for it and it will appear from cloud search. So cloud search uses the drivers plugin that you can install the AWS PHP driver into your page. Like what I did here. No, not here. Like what I did here. You can just include it after you install the drivers plugin. Yeah, so this requires a little bit more object-orientedness of PHP programming. You gotta get your concepts right. Once you get your concepts right, it's actually pretty easy to run with it. And you can do basically anything that PHP allows you to do. Because basically, the bottom part is PHP, and then sitting on top is Laravel framework. On top there's OctoberCMS. So that's how it works, the layers. And it connects to a SQL database if you want it to. You can also upload pictures to it, and let's hopefully able to demonstrate that a little bit, which I can see here. This lovely test pattern. And all I got to do is just put it inside the page with a shortcode and it will work. Let's see. No, not this one. I don't know if it will work, but anyway. Okay, by right it should work, but anyway. Let me see. Alright, maybe it's the source file. Okay. Well, maybe it's not ready to work yet, or maybe I forgot something. But anyway, basically that's how to embed images in there, something like that. So yeah, it's pretty simple as well. I can't see. Okay, thank you. So any more questions? a table structure?
Yeah.
Well, you can actually use the small records and create a table. You mean this one, right? This one also is similar, but we use a AWS cloud search, and we just pull the data out of it, and we ran it through a for each loop, and for each row we just render one row of data.
I mean, it's like we have a table in database, and let's say I want to create a products table.
Yes.
So with their own column everything.
Yes.
I don't think the OctoberCMS come with that table, right?
No, it doesn't come with the table itself. You actually have to make the table yourself like this. So yeah, you can like make a new list with stuff on it. And basically this is your table. So your table will have these fields, and then you can create a new record like that, small records. But if you want to have your own database table, you can actually use a plugin called Builder, which enables you to make your own OctoberCMS plugin right from inside OctoberCMS. Yeah, you can install that. You can install that plugin to actually make a plugin. And it's pretty amazing use. I've used it before. If you want to know more, we can have an offline session outside there. Otherwise, I think that's about it. Is it good? So any further questions? Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. You're welcome.